From an old employee publicly calling MrBeast a sociopath, to another one accusing him of pursuing himself to the point of overwork.
Jimmy, I'm not working more than 45 hours anymore per week. I'm not working Saturdays and Sundays anymore.
Here are the employees who tried to ruin his career, starting with Dogpack 404. Dawson French, better known as Dogpack 404, exploded onto the internet with a trilogy of videos that shook the YouTube world, accusing MrBeast of shady practices. Initially hired as an editor for MrBeast's crew from February to June 2024, Dawson was part of the inner circle, working behind the scenes on the channel's massive productions. But then, something strange happened and suddenly, he left the team. However, after leaving the crew, Dawson didn't just walk away. He launched his YouTube channel on July 24, 2024, with a 53-minute takedown titled, "I worked for MrBeast, he's a fraud." This video gained a lot of attention, reaching 16 million views since it was about the YouTube giant MrBeast. And just like that, his channel started growing with constant criticism against MrBeast. His videos, packed with claims of rigged giveaways, fake philanthropy, and unethical workplace antics, racked up over 28 million views. For a hot minute, Dogpack was the internet's new hero, exposing the truth behind the YouTube titan, but that shine didn't last long. On November 16, 2024, YouTuber Soggy Cereal dropped a video that ripped Dogpack's claims apart, calling them baseless.
You know what, here's a crew member's footage of the two non-CGI buses and non-CGI train being in the pits after they drove them in there.
Shredder is CGI.
Nope, at this timestamp they do shred an actual Lamborghini in a legitimate shredder. But I will say that when they use CGI, it looks fucking terrible, as if it came straight out of a CW show.
This car is digitally lifted.
This car isn't digitally lifted, however they did change the original red coloring to blue to make a visual distinction between the first rocket car they launched and failed, which was red, and the second one they launched, which succeeded but was also red.
He also ended up calling out Dogpack 404 for pushing his agenda using fake propaganda against MrBeast, with logic that honestly feels like a joke.
But Dawson doesn't care about collateral damage done to others. He doesn't mind throwing people in front of non-CGI buses to push his own agenda. He did it with the rocket car YouTuber. He did it with that tricked employee's phone recording they showed without his consent. He tried doing it with me by calling me overdramatic, pressuring me into making a video accusing MrBeast with uncertain and refutable evidence, which by now I know to be untrue, which he doubled down on, by the way.
This made the story crystal clear and fans flipped, flooding comments with "Dogpack sucks" and "he needs to be packed off of YouTube." However, this was just the beginning. In another video, he accused MrBeast's employee of domestic violence while strongly criticizing MrBeast for it. But his credibility tanked when he admitted to misidentifying that MrBeast's employee in that case. Just like that, his credibility plummeted, and people eventually realized he was nothing but an attention seeker, trying to win validation. But things got even worse when MrBeast said on a podcast that he was going to sue him for defamation.
Are you going to sue Dogpack?
Caused a lot of harm to my businesses. I mean, I've literally had people pull out millions of dollars and then tell me it was directly because of his video. And it's just unfortunate. Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably gonna have to. I mean, it's just, I mean, what do you do if someone's just spreading misinformation about you and, you know, just causing harm to your business and like getting it to the point where you might have to potentially fire people because it's costing you so much revenue? It's like, it's not fair to the people in my companies, you know what I mean?
After realizing things were going south, Dogpack ultimately stopped posting about MrBeast and disappeared from the internet for months. Unlike Dogpack, who accused MrBeast of making a fake video, Jake Weddle took things even further, throwing tons of accusations against Jimmy. Jake Weddle burst into the MrBeast world in February of 2019, first appearing in the "Standing Still for 24 Hours Straight" video. His big grin and fun energy made him a quick fan favorite. Initially, Jake was seen joining tons of challenges, like surviving crazy stunts or battling for cash, always bringing a goofy vibe that fans loved. He was like the friend who was always up for a wild game, and the internet cheered him on in every video. But suddenly, things got messy. He posted on social media, saying he lost his spark and the job was too stressful. But in August of 2024, Jake appeared in a video by YouTuber Dogpack 404 called "I worked for MrBeast, he's a sociopath." Jake called MrBeast a sociopath who pushed his crew too hard for views, saying stunts hurt people's bodies and minds. He's also labeled Jimmy as a pedophile for abusing minors in the past.
I can't confirm or deny. From what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people. And they knew that. He's working at a channel that
He even claimed that MrBeast knew about bad incidents, like hiring a sex offender named Delaware, and covered it up. Fans were stunned at this, while not being able to figure out how their relationship turned so bitter. However, Jake didn't stop at that. He said that MrBeast offered him $190,000 to settle their dispute, but Jake demanded $300,000, claiming it was his prize for a challenge. And when MrBeast refused, Jake threw a huge online tantrum, calling him a manipulator. But this only backfired, and fans turned on him fast, saying he was greedy and fake for flipping his story. And just like that, he eventually got cancelled by the people and disappeared from the internet all of a sudden. Even though he has a channel where he posts videos about his daily stuff and gaming reviews, this incident of turning on MrBeast left a red mark on his career. While Jake was being cancelled by the fans for wanting to cancel MrBeast, things got even more heated for Matt Turner. Matt Turner joined MrBeast's crew around 2017, starting behind the scenes before popping up in videos like Last to Leave the Circle wins $10,000 in 2019. He was like the cool guy keeping everything together, and the internet cheered him on in every appearance. But the honeymoon period didn't last long, and suddenly, he was gone. In 2020, Matt Turner posted a happy video saying he was leaving, thanking MrBeast for the dream job and saying he was excited for new stuff.
Never got in any fights, no one did anything wrong in this situation. If you're watching this, MrBeast, I love you, bro.
Fans were bummed but supportive, thinking that he was chasing his own dreams. But in 2011, Matt flipped his story and posted on social media, saying that his time at MrBeast was awful. He claimed that Jimmy bullied him, made him feel small, and forced him to work crazy hours. In 2024, he appeared on podcasts calling MrBeast's set a toxic mess and hinting at unsafe stunts.
Video about my time editing for MrBeast. Granted, that was my intention, but a lot of people wanted me to talk more about this. But I will say that was the most mentally draining time of my life. I was yelled at, bullied, called mentally retarded, and replaceable by MrBeast every day.
But the truth came out when Jimmy spoke online, saying that he'd been lying and was actually getting paid regularly, so his claims of being an unpaid worker was fake.
I spent thousands of dollars getting him here, paid him $750 for like 5 days worth of work, which is really good pay.
The internet wasn't kind. Fans saw Matt's story keep changing. One day he was thankful, the next he was criticizing Jimmy. Soon, people were calling him out for his attention-seeking posts. Now, in 2025, Matt is trying reality TV and DIY videos, but his YouTube channel is stuck under 100,000 subscribers. His reputation trashed, and with fans still calling him out for his immature behaviors. But the idea of turning on MrBeast actually backfired on him since he had lost everything and became homeless in the end. Much like Matt, Trey Yates was also in the former MrBeast crew, joining in 2018 as an editor, working on videos like I Got Hunted by the FBI in 2020. Even though he wasn't on camera much, fans loved his behind-the-scenes work, making videos pop with cool cuts and epic effects. Fans commented on his expos, saying his edits were the best part of MrBeast's crazy videos. Then in 2021, Trey vanished from the team. Even though he stayed quiet at first, in September 2024, he went off on the Asher Show podcast. He said MrBeast fired him for refusing to work over 45 hours a week.
Manager on. Also, I had some water on my lips, so that's going to be great on the camera. I moved to post-production manager and editor at the same time for Beast Reacts, like 2018, 2019-ish.
Trey claimed that Jimmy got mad when a sponsored video flopped, yelling at him to lose sleep and make every video perfect, even though Jimmy allegedly slacked off.
And Jimmy put me on a group call with the other leads at Horizontal. He was fucking furious about it because like it started tanking just so much, and he was just like, why do we post this, blah blah blah, every video needs the best video possible. Trey, this is all your fault for posting a cringe video, and we need to work more hours, we need to do this, we need to do that. And it was during that call that I was like, Jimmy, I'm not working more than 45 hours anymore per week. I'm not working Saturdays and Sundays anymore. I will continue working for you.
But that's not all. Trey also told a wild story about an internal investigation in 2020, saying Adderall was passed around the crew to work faster, but nothing happened. But he didn't stop there. He also called MrBeast's set a toxic environment and said that he was wrongfully fired.
After that call, that lead called me and he was just like, sorry, we gotta let you go. And I was crushed too. I was just like, I mean, what can be, we can change things. Like, what can be done to change this? And he's just like, I'm sorry, that's just the way it has to be.
Even though his story was touching, things only went heavy on him as the internet hit back hard. and fans turn on him, questioning the credibility of his claims. While taking Jimmy's die in the end, now Trey edits for Jacksepticeye, with 200,000 followers on X, but his YouTube channel is stuck at 12,000 subscribers. Fans say that he's doing okay, but looks bitter, trying to use MrBeast's name to stay relevant. While Trey ended up going against MrBeast in public just to get attention, another crew member went even further just to get validation. Marcus Pearson was first seen appearing in MrBeast's Last to Stop Running wins $20,000 video back in June of 2019. Despite his debut being humble, Marcus casually introduced himself like this.
Anything you want to say to him?
Hey guys, my name is Marcus. That's about it.
And this moment didn't go unnoticed by the fans worldwide who ended up appreciating him altogether. But this honeymoon period didn't last, and something strange happened. By the end of the year, Marcus seemed to suddenly disappear from the scene after MrBeast's Christmas video.
I do everything in my power to help people in need have the best Christmas ever. So let's get started.
Fans were left confused, wondering where he had gone. But then something strange happened as one fan reached out on TikTok asking when he would return, and that's how Marcus responded. This marked a clear sign that there was a beef going on between MrBeast and Marcus, and rumors also spread that he had already been fired. But soon there were talks about the real reason behind him getting fired by Jimmy, and it was nothing but drugs. But Marcus didn't stop. He took things even further by sharing a barrage of furious posts accusing him of spreading coronavirus. But it seemed like the start, as Marcus didn't seem to stop anytime soon, throwing blames on MrBeast one after another.
Think about it. They tried to eliminate Jake, me, and whoever else, and then they was gonna try to come up and act like they ain't need us, or they didn't. And since you thought I was so stupid, since you assume I was so stupid, I'm gonna show you.
His offensive words and aggressiveness went heavy on him as fans turned against him, saying he's funny for blaming Jimmy, while Jimmy is the one who fired him for using illegal substances. Even though Marcus really tried hard to ruin Jimmy's career, it only damaged his own reputation, leaving him looking like a bitter ex-employee. As a result, Marcus had to leave YouTube and ventured into streaming on Twitch. Not only that, he also focused on his music by releasing albums like Crack's Still Good and Good As Crack. But the audience didn't respond as he got a mere 134 monthly listeners. These things only hint one thing. The idea of ruining MrBeast's career went heavy on him, and the internet had canceled him altogether.